Hi, welcome back to Musicians Edition Practice with Me for Alto Saxophone. I'm your teacher, Reesa, and today we're still working in the Standard of Excellence Book 2. And today we're on page 8, and we're going to be learning about the 8th rest. We know our 8th notes, now it's time to move on to 8th rests, okay? And it's just the counterpart. So, an 8th note is where we play, and the 8th rest is where we rest. Okay, so if you look here on the top, everything's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So the 8th rests are going to just fall into that same line. You see here on the top there, it starts off with rest, play, play, rest, play, rest, right? So it'd be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so let's take a look at our exercise number 30. 8th rest on the beat, okay? So why don't we take a look, okay? Before we start anything, let's look at our normal stuff. So let's take a look at our key signature. What do we have going on? We have 2 sharps, F sharp and C sharp. Great. What is our time signature? 4-4, so an easy 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. We have a repeat at the end. Where does this repeat take us to? The beginning. Great. Tell me about our dynamic. Mezzo forte, kind of loud. And tell me about our tempo. Moderato, so a moderate pace. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the 8th rests. Okay, so measure 1, we have no rests. We're going to play 1, 2, and 3, and 4, right? Measure 2, we do have a rest, okay? It's going to land on beat 3. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, okay? And then in measure 3, no rests. 1, 2, and 3, 4. And then we have our 8th rest again. 1, 2, and 3, 4, okay? 1, 2, and 3, 4. All right, so let's go ahead and just try to play this. We'll take it slowly, okay? First, we'll play without the metronome, and then we'll add in the metronome. I think it'll help. Okay. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. So it's a real short rest. It's the type of rest you don't want to take a full deep breath in. It's too short. But what I kind of do when there's the 8th rest is I take a real quick breath through the nose. It's more of a counting thing versus an I'm breathing thing, right? So it'd be ta 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 ta. You see how it just gives me enough of the beat by doing that? I don't know how well you can hear the nose sniff. So just going through the whole thing, listen to where and how I'm just breathing through my nose. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 1, 2, and 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, and 3, 4. Right? It's just real quick. Okay, so I do that. I know a few other people do that too. Not everybody does that, so if you find it helpful, just sneak in a little bit of air there. And if you do well just counting strictly, do that too. All right, so this time, let's put the metronome on so we can get a little more accurate, okay? So let's do this at 75. Okay, ready? With repeats. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Not sure if you were able to hear that metronome. It was a little quiet, but hopefully you're understanding and getting those eighth rests. Remember, if you're struggling with anything, take time on your own, slow it down, write in the counts, whatever you need to do. All right, but for video's sake, we're gonna have to move on. So let's do 82. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Oop, that's a little too loud now. There we go. That's a good level. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent job. Let's go ahead and speed it up a little bit more. Let's do 90, okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent job. All right, let's go ahead and move on to exercise 31, eighth rest off the beat. So just knowing from the title, you know that we're going to play off the beat. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the counts and the rhythm, okay? So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. Okay, so we're gonna rest on the ands this time. Okay, so now let's take a look at what's involved in this exercise. Tell me what is in our key signature. We have no sharps, no flats. Tell me about our time signature. Still 4/4. Great. Tell me about the repeat. Where does the repeat take us to? The beginning. Excellent. Tell me about our dynamics. Forte, so loud and proud. Tell me about our tempo. Also, moderato. All right, so let's go ahead and give this a try with the metronome, okay? We're gonna take it down to, let's take it back down to 75, okay? With repeats. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent job. All right, so hopefully either the counting or the nose trick helps. All right, let's go ahead and speed this up. Let's do it to 82. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent job. Let's go ahead and speed it up even more. Let's go for, let's do 95 on this one. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent job. All right, let's go ahead and move on to a 32. Now this one is a trio, which is for 3 saxophones. So here's how we're going to break down this exercise. We're going to learn part A, part B, part C. All right? And then I'm just going to play all 3 parts. Take a pick at which part you want to play. You can even rotate them around. If you have time, I suggest that. But I don't want the video to be too long, so I'm just going to play all 3 parts and then you pick your part. All right, so anywho, looking at part A, okay? Tell me about our key signature. We have 1 sharp, F sharp, that goes for all 3 parts. Tell me about our time signature. 2, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2. That is also for all 3 parts. Are there any repeats in this? Not this time, so that helps. All right, tell me about our dynamics. Forte, loud and proud for all 3 parts. Tell me about our tempo. Moderato for all 3 parts, moderate pace. Okay, so let's take a look at our part A. Do we have any of those 8th rests we need to pay attention to? Nope, we only have a breath mark after measure 4, okay? And this just consists of 8th notes and quarter notes ending on a half note. All right, so this shouldn't be too difficult. So let's take this down to 75. All right, part A. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2. Excellent job. Hopefully that wasn't too challenging. If it was, just take a little time to slow it down, work it note by note. All right, but for video's sake, let's speed it up. Let's do 82. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2. Excellent job. Let's go ahead and speed that up. Let's do 92 on this one. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 1, 2. Excellent job. All right, let's look at part B now. Everything is going to remain the same in terms of our key signature, our time signature, our tempo. All that is still the same. All right, it's just like our notes and rhythm may be different. So why don't we take a look? Do we have some of those 8th rests we've been learning about? We do, okay? And I know it looks scary, but it's not. Okay, so it looks like this one is playing the note on the beat, resting for and. So you could even think of that note just being shorter, right? 1 and 2 and 1, 2, 1 and 2 and 1, 2, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1, 2. Okay? So let's go ahead and give this a try. Let's take us back down to 75. All right, 75, here we are. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2. Perfect. So those notes are going to just be treated like they're short. 1, 2, right? So you could even do the nose trick if that helps. All right, let's go ahead and speed this up. Let's do 82. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2. Excellent job. Let's go ahead and speed it up even more. Let's do it back to 92. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2. Excellent job. Let's go ahead and look at part C. Once again, time signature, key signature, tempo, all that's the same. Okay, do we have any eighth rests? We do, all right? And this time it looks like the eighth rests are on the beat, okay? So, for example, for C, it's 1 and 2 and 1, 2. 1 and 2 and 1, 2. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. 1, 2, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1, 2. Okay, so let's go ahead and give this a try. Let's bring back our tempo down to 75. There we are. All right, ready? 1, 2, 1, 2. Excellent job. It's a little easier to play the note on the beat in my opinion, but it's still not bad, especially if you're using the nose trick or if you're counting. Okay, so let's go ahead, speed this up to 82. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2. Excellent job. Let's go ahead and speed this up to 92. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2. Excellent job. All right, this time we're going to play it as a duet. I'm going to play all three parts, so go ahead and take your pick on which part you want to play. Repeat it, play all three, whatever you find suits best for your time. If you've got the time, do all three. When you can, just repeat it. All right, but I want to take us off the metronome. So we're going to play all these at 92, since that's the speed that we worked our way up to. All right, and we're not going to have the metronome click on this one. So I really want you to pay attention and count. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 1, 2. Excellent job. All right. So it's kind of neat how that one was put together, right? So we actually didn't really have harmonies like we normally do in a trio. It's just interesting to see how everything lines up, right? I think that really helps. All right, anywho, let's move on to exercise 33, Breezin. So tell me about our time signature. Common time, we're back to 4/4. So let's change our metronomes now before we forget. To 4, perfect. Okay, tell me about our key signature. What do we have going on? 1 sharp, F sharp. Tell me about our dynamic. Piano, so soft this time. Tell me about our tempo. Allegro, so we're gonna go a little faster than what we did with our previous exercises, okay? So let's take a look. We don't have any of the eighth rests, so we don't have to worry about that. But now we do have some slur action going on, so pay attention to that, all right? So let's bring down our tempo to, let's do 85, since this one's faster. We have a lot of eighth note action though, so actually let's break us down to 75, okay? And pay attention to articulation. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. So this one's really not that bad. It looks a little scarier than it is, right? So we just need to pay attention to articulation and make sure we play softly. So if you didn't play softly last time, make sure you do it this time. All right, let's speed us up though. Let's move up to 85. Or actually, let's do 88. Okay, 88. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent job. One more time. Let's do this one at 100 though. Okay, still paying attention to articulation and still playing soft. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent job. It's pretty hard to play fast and soft, isn't it? Yeah, so if you struggled with that, play it at the tempo that you can comfortably play soft, and then speed up your metronome while doing your best to keep it soft, and then gradually get faster, remaining softer, or remaining soft, okay? So that's the way to do it if you struggled to remain quiet. All right, let's take a look at exercise 34, Yankee Doodle Duet. Great. I love duets. All right, so let's take a look at part A, okay? What is in our key signature? We have no sharps, no flats. That goes for both part A and part B. Tell me about our time signature. We're back to 2-4. So I'm gonna change my metronome before I forget. Down to 2. Okay, and that goes for both parts. Okay, tell me about our dynamics. Mezzo forte, kinda loud. Tell me about our tempo. Back to moderato, all right? Not a big deal. All right, but we have a little bit more eighth note action, so we'll really need to pay attention to our counts here, right? So it's 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1, 2. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1, 2. All right, so just remember when we have 2 eighth notes together like that, it's going to act like a quarter rest, all right? So it just kind of helps when it's broken down like that so you can write your counts in. In fact, I recommend it. Right? So you know what? Go ahead, write your counts in for part A. Great. If you're still writing your counts in, just pause the video, finish your counts, and then start the video. Okay, so this one's gonna take a little bit more brain power, but I have all the faith that you can get it. All right, so let's bring our metronomes back down to 75. 75, all right. Both part A, ready? 1, 2, 1, 2. Perfect. So you can still use the nose trick when it comes to these eighth notes. You just have to do it twice. Ta, 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 ta. So again, I don't know how well you can hear that, but just do your eighths twice. All right, let's try it again. Let's do it at 82. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2. Excellent job. All right, let's go ahead and speed this up to 90. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, so this time you're going to play part A still. I'm going to play part B at 90. All right, ready? 1, 2, 1, 2. Perfect. All right, so as you can hear, basically this duet is one that like complements each other, you know? So there's times where I'm playing and you're not playing and you're not playing, but I'm playing, and it like makes the song a whole thing, because you know, Yankee Doodle, da 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 da, right? So you and I together create that. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at part B, okay? This one's gonna take some brain power too, because some of those eighth rests are on the ands and some of them are on the beats, just like the other ones, except for now it's almost like in the middle of the measure, okay? So we have 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1, 2. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1, 2. Okay, so this one's going to take a little more brain power. So why don't you take a moment to write in your counts? Great. If you're still writing your counts in, pause the video and then start the video when you're done. Okay? So let's go ahead and give this a try. Let's take our metronomes back down to 75. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 1, 2. Excellent job. Let's go ahead and speed that up. Let's do 82. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2. Excellent job. One more time at 90. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2. Excellent job. Those last two measures are can be quite challenging, huh? All right, so this time you're going to play part B still. I'm going to play part A. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's take a look at our exercise 35 for alto saxophones only. All right, so low D sharp. It's just like low E flat. I'm pretty sure we learned that. I have a hard time keeping up sometimes. All right, but anywho, we're going to keep our thumb off the key, so it's going to rest on the button because this is low. We're going to have index, middle, ring, and then on the bottom, we're doing index, middle, ring, and then the top pinky here, okay? Why don't you go ahead and take a moment to play your low D sharp? Excellent job. All right, so let's go ahead and play this. So before we do, I guess, let's take a look at our key signature. What do we have? 1 sharp, F sharp, but we can see that we have D sharps written in, so we're taking note. Tell me about our time signature. 4/4, so I need to change the metronome back to 4. There we go. And then it has, use the C alternate fingering. Okay, and that's in measure 3. And remember, the C alternative fingering is the index here, and then we have these 3 keys here, and it's the middle one. Okay, all right, let's go ahead and play this. Let's take our metronomes back down to 75. 75. Oh, wait, but what's our tempo on this? Andante, so it's slower. So let's just make it a tad bit slower. Let's do 70. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent job. So it can be a little difficult getting that D sharp. It's just one that takes a little practice. Those low notes are in my opinion. I don't care for them, but you gotta do what you gotta do. All right, let's speed this up. Let's do 75. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent job. Let's do it one more time. Let's do it at 80. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent job. All right. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please let me know down in the comments. While you're down that way, don't forget to hit like, notify, and subscribe so you don't miss any of our lessons. Thanks for joining, and until next time.